In a little corner shop near the edge of the village, there is a man, a baker, who bakes the sweetest bread in the land. On this morning, he is met by the sheriff of the king.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, why, you're the sheriff.
Good morning, Baker. I am here on urgent duty to the king.
The baker saw in the sheriff's eyes a great direness, as though the weight of the kingdom rested on his weary shoulders. Without a moment to spare, he sprang from his flour and tied tight his well-worn apron.
The king would have use of me? To what great purpose would he have me bake? Oh, a wedding for the princess. I shall compose a towering cake, story upon story of creamy, frosted delight, as rich as the king's vast coffers, as ivory as his palace of joy.
No, Baker, it is not that.
No? Perhaps he shall feast his brother this evening. Ah, yes, the Duke of the Provinces. I will set aside 20 roasted ducklings, succulent and spiced, 12 broiled boars, an oregano stew, capers, after-dinner mince.
No, Baker. The Duke remains in the provinces.
Eh? Then, a visiting envoy from the east, yes, the Tsarina. She has returned to repay the king for his siege engines and architects in the wars with the Celestials. She must be treated to the savory cuisine of her homeland with but a touch of our native specialities to sweeten her palate and return her plump and satisfied to her people in good cheer from the munificence of our fair land.
No, Baker.
No? Oh, perhaps a fete for the prince, back from the Crusades.
No, sir.
Birthday party for the gladiators?
No, it is not that.
Then, noble sir, I have no further estimations. I am at a loss, sheriff, for these are the pinnacles of my culinary abilities. To ask more of me than these, I fear I am unworthy of the task.
The baker sank to his stool, abject. In his hand, he grasped the wooden rolling pin handed down to him by his father, and his father before him. The sheriff waited for the baker to finish his manly sobs before continuing.
Baker, the king would have words with you.
Words? I am a mere baker. Such loneliness is not fit to kiss even the king's regal shadow. Oh, great calamity that I had been born a poet, or a great soldier, that I might meet the king, not as an equal, but as more than my mere wretchedness which I am. Woe,
Baker.
woe, 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 betide my lowly house.
Baker.
Such rivers of woe.
Baker.
Such endless cascades of shivering frigid madness. To the king, and I! No, might I lose my wits completely to but be within his glorious presence, like a woodpecker drilling his brains against the tree of the king's bounteous forest must I be, bashing my skull upon the stones of my beggary, until my feeble brains crack. Only then might I be free. Yes, to bashing.
Baker, no bashing.
I must bash my brains.
I command you to desist.
The baker sadly crawled from the floor and seated himself once more upon his humble stool. The sheriff waited for the man to finish his second, much longer, bout of weeping.
Baker, the king would like to speak to you concerning a pie you baked for the royal tax collector. Not a fortnight ago.
Pie? You say?
He says you farted in it.
I did not do that.
The royal tax collector said that you were telling everyone in the village that you farted in his royal pie.
I would never.
Baker, your eyes betray you.
If mine eyes say fie, then were it better I should pluck them out, for upon my life, sweet sheriff, I did fart in no pie.
This is a matter for the king to decide. I must escort you to the royal palace.
But I have left the oven burning. Who shall remain here to tend my fires?
That is no concern of mine, Baker. Now away!
But my sweetmeats and pasties, they shall spoil if left untended.
Baker, I care not for your pasties and sweetmeat. Away!
But who shall sing to my poor broom boy as he goes about his daily drudgery?
Damn your singing, damn your sweetmeats, and damn your fires, Baker! We must away to the palace at once!
But, oh, sweet sheriff, I pray thee, no fart in no pie did I make.
That is for the king to decide.
But, oh, sweet sheriff.
Come, Baker, away!
Sheriff, if I but made a little fart in the royal tax collector's pie, what would the punishment be?
It is ill done. But as there is no finer baker in the land, a month in the stockades might suffice.
And, Sheriff, if I dropped trow and laid a fat, steamy brick upon the boysenberry filling of the royal tax collector's pie, what then? What punishment awaits?
Did you do that?
If I did,
Your head would roll!
for pooping pie?
For pooping the king's pie!
No, not the king's pie, the royal tax collector's.
The royal pie is the king's pie! All slices are the king's by right!
Did the king eat of the royal tax collector's pie?
And if he did, what foulness might have passed the king's regal lips?
Boysenberry, sweet sheriff, no more.
You swear?
I forswear.
I shall take this to the king at once. Mayhap he will reconsider, though remain where you are and go about your business. I shall return upon the hour.
But no sooner had the sheriff departed than the baker packed his ancestral rolling pin, 10 pounds of flour, his small sack of coppers, and his stool. He stole away that very hour, for he had done the foul deed, smiting the royal tax collector with his righteous affront, laying him low under a guise of sweetness.
I shit in that guy's pie.